guys, wanted to make a little short video of this piece that we are working on for the next few weeks, and it's the Giuliani Opus 51 number 1 on page 8 of the 100 graded studies. So let's take a look at it. All right, I'm mainly going to be concerned with some fingerings, and we'll talk about dynamics a little bit, but mainly just fingerings, giving you a good head start on how to approach this piece. And the first thing I want to say is take it slow. It's the first time that we are really focusing on double stops. So double stops are when you're hitting 2 notes at one time. All right, so in this case, what they want you to do is on the first measure, they want you to sustain that G while you're hitting the lower note. So you have that G open and the E here with the second finger. Now notice that you can play all the rest of the notes while letting that G sustain, and that's what they want. So, all right, next we have the F and the A, same thing. Notice that if I use my second finger for the A, I can leave it there when I'm playing F, down to E, open D, and then down to the C. All right, so that's kind of the theme, I would guess you could say, with this piece, is that you want those upper notes that are longer to be sustaining, especially on the first 3 measures. All right, and so let's keep on going. It's time to use the B and the open G. And then you have that double stop with the B and the F natural, and then you're gonna do the complete mirror image. You're gonna go from the B and the F natural to the C and the E. Crescendo a little bit at the end. All right, so that first line, one more time. All right, no big deal, no big deal. All right, second line, so we're starting here with a pinky here on the G, right? Double stops for the rest of the measure. We have the E and the C, open D and open B, and then octave Cs. All right, no big deal. So, okay, and then we're going down to the B and the D. No big deal. Open G, open B, and then hitting the D again. All right. Now, in that measure, they're asking you to use the 2 and the 4 there for the B and the D. So be careful when you're going from the C, octave Cs, 1 and 3, right? 3, and 1 over here, dropping down to the B and the D. All right, going up, 3rd measure, 2nd line, G again with that 4th finger, and then you're coming down with a 3 and the 2 to the D and the F. All right, drop down the 2 and the 1 for the C and the E, and then back to octave Ds, octave C, C and E. All right, so let's play that measure real slow. All right, no big deal, no big deal. Okay, we're on to the 3rd line. We're starting the same way with a G with a little finger. All right, octave Cs. Do that same thing where you went down from the octave Cs to the B and the D. All right, but this time we're going down over to that B flat. Love the tension, love the tension, all right? Now they're saying first finger. Now quickly, you're gonna move that first finger from the B flat over to the C on the 2nd string. All right? Now, instead of trying to move another finger, what you're going to do is when you hit the C and the G over here on top, you're just going to pull off, and this finger is going to be the bar. All right, that's that C1 over the top. All right. All right, drop down to the G. G and the C, of course. All right, drop down to the F. This is a funky chord. All right, you have an F down here. It's a little bit weird to come from that open, the E and the G and the C. Drop down your pinky finger to the D. All right, now right here, from here, what we're gonna do is we're not gonna do what's expected. we're going to actually move our second finger to the F sharp, third finger to the A. And the reason we're doing that is because we need our first finger to come over here to C. Now, these inner two measures of the third line, they're going to give you maybe a run for your money for a second. All right, so what I want you to do is practice them slow. All right, do that 10 times. Just work on getting from the second measure to the third measure, because that's where I think maybe the difficult part of this piece is. All right, so let's play it one more time, second and third measure of the third line. All right, so third line all together. Going on to the fourth line, you have a double stop with the E and the open G. All right, a little reharmony there, reharmonization. All right, second measure, F and the A. You're coming down to the E, but make sure and sustain that A. All right, open D and the F. So you want those upper notes sustained, right? Because they are half notes, the bottom notes are quarter notes. So you have that sustained while you're moving notes. So let's check out those first two measures, fourth line. All right, so watch out for that, watch out for that. Well, same idea as the line before. Maybe take a second and just play. And then suddenly piano at the last measure. All right, so let's play that whole fourth line a little bit slower so you can watch my fingers. No big deal. All right, we're on to the fifth line. We're moving. All right, so yeah, the E and the C. Remember, this is the part where you drop down to the B and the D. Let's come back up to the C and E. All right, F and A. Now be careful to use 2 and 3 for the F and the A, because you're gonna have to drop down your little finger for that D right after that. I'm talking about the last two beats, second line, or second measure of the fifth line. All right, so check that out. 2 and 3, little finger on the D. All right, then we're coming back down to where we started. Open D and open B. And then octave Cs. All right, nothing crazy in that, nothing that you haven't done before. Let's do that whole 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line all the way. They've done something interesting in that on the fourth line down, the top notes are the ones that are sustaining, and in the fifth line down, the bottom notes are the ones that are sustaining. So kind of neat juxtaposition there. Always kind of keep your eye out for stuff like that, because it's something that the composer did intentionally, and it's just good to kind of train your eye to watch for stuff like that. All right, we're going on to the last line, sixth line. Here we go. Starting the same way we started the fifth line with the E and C. All right, we have a high G that we're going to drop down our little finger for. All right, now what we want to do is this. We just want to move these over. Here's the problem, is that if we try to do that, we have another G, which you may be able to pull off if your pinky's really strong, but if not, what you should do is follow the fingerings. notice how my first finger went to the B, my third finger went to the D, and I used my pinky here for the G. All right, so instead of, I'm actually doing this. A lot more strength behind that. All right, second measure, we're coming down to the C. All right, C and open E, no big deal. Open E with a C on top. So they inverted, watch that. And then the F and the A, drop your little pinky to the D. All right, now what I mean by inverted is that if you look at the second measure of the sixth line, which we're at, the first beat is the C, low C and open E. All right, now the second beat is the low E and the high C. So it just kind of switched places, so it inverted. All right, last two measures. You have a suspension with a G on bottom, all right? So G on bottom, you have an E, open G, and then the C, and hear that suspended sound. All right, we're gonna open it up to our regular G chord. All right, and then your ear's telling you where to go, your ear's telling you to go to C. All right, so let's play that last line so you can hear it in context. Easy peasy, easy peasy. If you have questions, leave me a comment below and I will answer them. And I hope this video finds you well. I hope that you're doing well during this quarantine time. And if you need anything at all, please hit me up on Canvas or on YouTube, Instagram, pretty much any way you can get a hold of me. It's just Ray Ibarra. So yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well. And I hope to see you guys real soon.